5 where you live tonight?
Well, obviously it's pre-season, and it's always a difficult game for us, the Liverpool game, because they have so much quality right through the group, and it doesn't always suit us, if you like, because the quality that they actually have is sometimes very difficult to play against. But this year, certainly in the second half, we got on among them. We kept our shape. We know we have to listen. They've got some outstanding players. We knew where we would have to concede, and then where we would have to be good, and then what we would have to be good at, and then be dogged and determined, and all the kind of things. And to the players' credit, they kept doing that. And to be fair, we get ourselves a 3-2 result against an outstanding football team. So loads of positives for us to work forward from. We know now what we have to improve on for the game Saturday, or for the game today. We'll be training Thursday, Friday, and then another game Saturday. So it's all about continuously moving the group forward, knowing the things that we have to work on and get better at. But certainly tonight gives us something to work forward for.
And you gave 5 of your new signings debuts from the start. Johnny Smith obviously came on to good effect as well. Was that deliberate?
Yeah, but to get them all a game.
Well, just to start.
No, just to get them off football. It's about match minutes and time. We knew how Liverpool were going to play. We used it for that. We spoke before and we said, look, we know that we're going to be tested to the extreme. You're going to be tested in everything that you are as a footballer, because they're that good. So with the ball and without the ball and your running power and all of that, you're going to be tested. So it's a great opportunity for you to go and be brave and go and see what you're about. And so that's how we treated it. So we wanted to make sure that we got everybody a go, with a lot of trialists out there, but we are short of bodies. There's no doubt about that. We'll continue to try and improve that. But no, I was pleased.
Is that the challenge this pre-season, effectively preparing for the Football League, but finding the right tools, I suppose, in which to do that?
Yeah. I've got to be honest and say, at this minute in time, as a football club, we maybe don't have the ability, finances-wise, to go and do much at the minute. We have to be patient and wait for that opportunity to come. We know we need more players, but it's the Football League now, and listen, we haven't struck oil here, so we have to be very careful with our finances. And at the minute, I'm a wee bit hands tied at the minute in order to try and bring players in, but I'm assured that that's going to change in the next couple of weeks, because we're well short of bodies. We know we need to improve the group as a whole. We need to get the numbers up to a level that when the transfer window shuts now, because we have a transfer window, that we can survive until Christmas. All the cup competitions and all the league games, which are relentless. So everybody will have to be patient in order for us to do that, but there'll be no big marquee signings. We don't as a football club have the ability to do that at the minute. I can hear all the names that are getting fired around. We ain't going to be able to do that. I have to be clear and letting people know that, and keep the expectations in the right place. I know we've got good players, but we can't compete with an awful lot of teams even at this level. Now Tranmere is going to take some time before it recovers and is able to go and mix with some of the big players in this division, and with the big transfer fees as well. So we'll work as hard as we can in order to try and put the group together, but we know that we have to be patient and wait for the opportunity to do that.
Even so, is Tranmere a good sell in League Two?
Well, I just think you have to look around. Certainly, I mean, look at the ground. The ground's fantastic. The fan base is terrific. A lot of the time, though, it comes down to finances. You won't get a player coming here because it's a nice ground and a big fan base. At the end of the day, you compete for a certain player and he can get X amount at other clubs. That's what you compete with. So we have to make sure that we try and get the right types, like Johnny Smith, who is a terrific player. I'm so excited to get him here. You can see tonight he's pacey and he's game and wants to do really well, and he'll take MD on. He's fearless. So the types of signings are what we'll have to try and get in when we have the ability to be able to do that financially. So everybody will need to be patient and know that we're working very, very hard in order to try and do that.
And sorry, just one final question on that. Is that a case of getting bodies out the door to generate budget, or is it a case of being clever in the transfer market?
No, I don't think we have to get anybody else out. I think we've moved a few things around. Everybody knows that. I mean, the amount of players that have left. It's just about Tranmere recovering. We've got to really take stock that we've been at the league for a long time. Like I say, we haven't struck oil. There isn't any oil run about here that we can get involved in. Hope somebody can find it for us. But that doesn't mean to say that we're not optimistic and don't want to improve with the players that we already have here. But we've got to be realistic and understand that we have to be patient as a football club. We have to grow again. We can't compete. I've seen so many names and I just thought, wow, only if. But we'll continue to try and do that. It's a fantastic football club, like you say, and we'll try and put a group together that everybody enjoys watching.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Cook and Mangan have left.
Yeah.
Alavi's left as well. I think Waring as well. Is that correct?
No, Waring's not gone. No, George is still here. He's still trying to find himself first team football somewhere. So no, he's still here and still training here. So he's still in the building.
It obviously leaves you a bit light up front. You've got Norwood, of course, and you brought in Mullen. Is a new striker priority in terms of acquisition?
I think numbers are a priority. Quality with the finances that we have is important. But yeah, listen, you only have to have a look through the numbers that we have to see that we have to improve the size of the squad. We know that. I'm patient and realistic about that. I know that people will be looking and saying, well, when are we going to do this and that? But we don't have the ability at the minute to be able to go and do that at the minute. We can't go and compete with the size of these clubs. I accept that. I'm not whinging about that. I just understand where the club's at. But that doesn't mean to say that we're not ambitious and want to try and get players in and improve them. But it just won't be these marquee signings that I hear bounced around. We don't have the ability as a football club to go and do that at the minute.
A lot of noise around Danny Rowe, and it is only noise. Is there any truth in any dealings with or respect to files?
I'm not going to talk about anybody else's players. I'm really not. That's not fair. Because I wouldn't like it to happen to us. All I'll say is that there's a lot of good players out there. There is a lot of good players. But good players cost money, a lot of money. A lot of money in wages and transfer fees. Tranmere doesn't have the ability to do that. We'll have to be clever and jiggle things around and maybe call in some favours and all things like that in order to try and do that. But we know that. It's going to take a period of recovery for the football club to get back to the levels that everybody wants them to get to. They've got to be realistic. Must be realistic. So until the time comes where I can go and hopefully maybe sometime lash loads of money around, like Liverpool, we have to look for little gems or little ones that we can make better. And that's what I was so impressed with tonight. I seen some players who were game, some players who wanted to have a go and carve careers for themselves, and with this football club's all about. That's the type that we want to get here and give them the opportunity to move forward.
Re-signed Manny Monty and Ollie Banks, obviously players that you obviously trusted from last season.
Well, we needed to replace urgently Jeff Hughes. We obviously lost Jeff. We lost Cookie. Off the top of my head, who else did we lose? Well, they were first team. Gianelli. So they were players that, in order to have the best 11 that we can, they were players that we had to replace. So we did that as early as we can. It could, and I'm pleased that we were able to do that. All men who will play a lot of games that can go out and, like you've seen tonight, and put a shift in for us and knock the games out. So they were important to get them in early.
Given keep in mind the acquisition issue, the challenges that you're facing, because you've got some wingers in, is playing Connor Jennings in a more advanced position a possibility?
There's possibilities of doing everything that makes us better. If we think that Connor would be up there with Geese a little bit more, then we'll do that. But he does a great job for us out there as well. We all seen that. He's a goal threat out there. So you get as many goal threats onto the pitch as possible, and also with what rate, it gives you another one. But if we think that we can get something out there, I mean, Johnny Smith, he can play out there. Tollett can play out there. Cole can play out there. If we think that we can do that, I think there's a better chance of scoring more goals than we do that. No problem with that.
Just checking Liam Rydell's fitness situation at the moment.
He's got in that tackle that he did at Wembley, he injured his knee. So it's been a bit of a nightmare for him. So he just doesn't seem to be moving forward with it at the minute. Obviously, Bucko has had a double hernia, which he's going to keep. He's not even with the squad at the minute. He's just sort of recovering. Even another 2 weeks before we sort of see him as much as we would like, and then he's got to get fit as well. So that's where they're at.
And finally, seems to have a lot more of a packed schedule in terms of pre-season this year compared to last year, when arguably Tommy might have gone a little bit undercooked. Are you a lot more satisfied in terms of the planning and preparation for it this year?
Yeah, massively. We understood that last season. We took the bull by the horns at the end of this season and made sure that we tried to get as many games as we could organised and get the group fit by playing games. With the training ground at the minute, it's important that the pitches at the training ground are like everywhere else, have been annihilated by the sun. They're at times not playable, so that's been tough for us. But what we've all tried and do is use the midweek friendlies and the games on Saturdays to get onto pitches like this in order to get good match time under the players' belts, and use that as training sessions as well, which you should do. But to try and get onto good pitches like this can only help us.
And I think actually Jurgen Klopp complimented you on the pitch here at Prenton Park as well, so looking in good shape for a return to the Football League.
Oh, the boys, the 2 young groundsmen have excelled. I'm so proud of them. I mean, that's a story in itself, how they've developed, and like we want to do, we want to give people a chance. We're a community club and give people a chance to go and be good at something. And the 2 boys have, if you look at that, that's as good as I've ever seen it. It's terrific, and it looks like there's not even a game on it. That's great credit to the boys, so we're pleased for them.
Cheers, Micky.
All right, guys.
Thanks a lot.